smiling to the Sunset Strip. Somebody's gonna make a happy trip tonight while the moon is bright. He's gonna have
this one guy from the CIA, Robert Baer, came out and said, yeah, I think we need to overdo
when a foreign country interferes in your election and the outcome is in doubt and legitimacy of the government. I don't know how it works constitutionally. I'm not a lawyer, constitutional lawyer, but I'm deeply disturbed by the fact that the Russians interfered, and I would like to see the evidence, because if the evidence is there, I don't see any other way than to vote again.
Yeah, really? Yeah. We'll get right on that voting again thing, buddy. Right on it. You stay tuned. We'll let you know when the new election is. Of course, I'm with him, though. I want to see the evidence, too.
Yeah.
And that's the only problem with the story is the New York Times interviews somebody who's an anonymous source. And to me, if it's this important, why doesn't the government have a news conference come out with the info? Why be anonymous when you have this information? What's the point of being anonymous if this is that big of a deal?
Well, especially right now with all this fake news talk swirling.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I have a list of the top 10 real news stories that turned out to be fake, but I'll do that in a little bit. So let's see. Somebody had called in a while back asking about Spankin' Don. I still haven't really heard from him. And then earlier in the year, we had the passing of caller Stu. And Stu's awesome. And we played the last phone call we got from him. But we are sad to report on the death of Dottie. Remember Dottie, people? Dottie used to call in with all of her jokes, and she's known as Aunt Dottie to Julie Matthews, my friend. How you doing, Julie?
Hey, good, thank you.
Good to have you in.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so sorry about Dottie.
Thank you. She loved you all so much. Thank you for being so good to her.
I knew that she was sick for a while, right?
Right, yes.
And we have a phone call from her in June of last year.
Oh, my God.
2015. I believe we might have heard from her after that. I'm not sure, but it's hard to kind of find phone calls, but we found one.
That's amazing.
From Dottie, and she always had a joke.
Always. Always.
She's so funny.
She always had a joke. And I believe that Dottie was the first time when she called, even a long time ago, that was the first time I think I used the Mrs. Jones.
She is the original Mrs. Jones.
She's the original Mrs. Jones.
She's the original Mrs. Jones.
She didn't know that song until you played that for her.
I know. Yeah. She's the original Mrs. Jones.
It's a favorite.
Yeah. Well, June 4th, 2015. Dottie, how are you, my dear?
Hello.
Hello.
Is this Jamie?
Yes, it is.
Who do you love?
What do you
I'm
do?
here to hydrate you, Jamie.
Oh, yes, Dottie, you always do.
I enjoyed Pam Geller. She's one of my favorite guests that you have on.
Yes.
I wish I were younger. I'd join her where I would. Well, in her honor, I've concocted a new cocktail.
Oh, you did? Did you?
It's in honor of her and all liberty-loving patriots and true Appalachians. It is called Jihad on ISIS.
Oh, wow. Dottie is here.
And it consists of white lightning on the rock.
Oh, nice.
With a Arab Spring Chaser.
Arab Spring Chaser. Oh, Dottie.
Sound good?
Yeah, I think it earns you a Mrs. Jones for today.
Thank you, James.
It definitely. Haven't done that for you in a long time, Dottie.
Yeah, and I love it.
You're the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's Dottie coming with material, people. Come on now. So
that was like a perfect,
yes.
that covered it all.
It did cover it all.
Yeah.
It did. It did. Her jokes. She always had a joke.
She did. She was good at it, too.
Yes.
Such
always
a sweetheart.
Entertaining. Always.
So she's your mom's sister?
She's my mom's sister, yes. She was the best sister and the best friend that anyone could hope for to my mother. And my dad.
Of course. And I know you tweeted out a picture of her with your mom. Is that correct?
I did.
So we'll put that up on the stove so you can see. So what did Dottie do in her life? What was
she was a paralegal.
Oh, wow.
Over
Okay.
in Clayton, and she did that for a number of years. She was also a tap dancer.
No kidding.
And a tap instructor. Yes.
Wow.
I know. And a comedian, an entertainer, always entertaining the family.
I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for having me.
Well, thanks for coming down, and I know it's a haul for you, but thanks for coming down, and of course you bring us cookies. We ought to be bringing you cookies.
Well, the box is prettier than the cookies.
Oh, well.
I hope they taste okay.
Well, you were great, and Julie was a big part of the grassroots organization here in the state of Missouri in support of Donald Trump, which was fantastic. I know that you and Jeannie and Annette and you all were quite the team.
Thank you.
And it was fun. But thank you, Julie Matthews, so much. And we're so sorry about Dottie. Tell your parents we're sorry too.
I will.
And thank you so much. Our love to Dottie, wherever you happen to be. And we think it's in beautiful heaven.